Needless to say, there's a lot of things wrong with this video, and today we're going to be doing a deep dive into who exactly this woman is, and how harmful this type of behavior can be. Because of all the topics I've covered in commentary thus far, this is without doubt the most disgusting, and I looked into this situation way too much despite its relative obscurity. I don't know how well this video is going to perform, but I just have to get this off my chest. So if we take her word for it, this girl's name is Sarah Bird, and she is a certified nursing assistant who also runs an OnlyFans. However, you probably know her from the video that went viral recently of her claiming to want to look at a patient's morning wood. I think I'd like to clear a few things up about this video first, because looking at the comments, there seems to be a lot of misconceptions and misinformation about it from people who don't exactly know what they're talking about. So first and foremost, most of the people in the comments, for whatever reason, think that there's two separate people in the video. Now, I don't know if I just have a different eye for these type of things because I've been editing full-time for like 2 years now, but to me, it's pretty clear that they're the same person. You can even see one person here claiming that at 15 seconds in, you can see the red girl's leg disappearing. It's clearly a green screen video and not recorded in a real hospital setting, so everyone relax. These two are not nurses, just TikTokers who have nothing to do on their hands. Now, as someone who knows what a green screen is and how they work, I couldn't think of a more wrong thing to say in this situation. I mean, I'm looking at the video now, and the way that she reflects off of the floor would be extremely impressive if it was a green screen. I mean, if she could edit that well, I don't think she'd be doing a video like this. But also, if you just look at the quality of the video and how real it looks, there's no chance that's a green screen. There's just no way in hell. Like I said, I genuinely don't know if my mind's just been tainted by Premiere Pro, but I don't know how anybody could watch this video and come to the conclusion that it was filmed on a green screen. Also, the red girl's leg cutting off 15 seconds in that she refers to is complete bollocks as well. The reason that the leg cuts off is because this is the same person. They've just done two separate takes of the video and stitched them together on opposite sides of the room, so obviously they can't intertwine with each other, hence the leg cutting off. Are they talking about a boner? It's a real astute observation there, my friend. I don't know if you're just completely unaware of what internet culture is, or you're way too young to be watching a video like this. They need to be fired immediately. Again, it's not a they, it's a she. They decided it was a good idea to post this. One of the nurses wore the wrong color. Everyone thinks it's two separate people. It's not. I mean, they look the exact same. That should be an obvious sign enough. And if things weren't bad enough, the way that the movements are coordinated and the way that it's timed with the music is just abominable. Like, if you take morals and ethics out of consideration and just look at it as a composited video, it's shit. Like, look at the way they move. Nothing's in time. It's just trash. It's just complete trash. Here's another comment, green screen junior, and then they circle the leg cutting off, completely ignoring how real the reflections look and how the quality is just not... It just doesn't look like a green screen at all. I don't get it. I'll be honest. The only thing resembling morning wood in this video is how stiff her dance moves look. I mean, look at her. Genuinely, how do you make your dances look so wooden? I've also just clocked that at the end of the video, one of the takes just disappear straight up. I'm surprised none of the editing genii in the comments and detectives noticed that one. Okay, now that the most popular responses have been covered, let's delve a tad deeper into the account itself to prove that this isn't an isolated incident by any means. The only thing that all these videos have in common is that they're completely unethical and, most of all, uncomfortable. Like, there really is an eerie sort of horror vibe that they all have. See, there's another one about morning wood. I have no idea what this girl's obsession with it is, but it's very creepy nonetheless. I guess that one's probably the most obvious OnlyFans bait, which we'll get to the OnlyFans later, don't you worry. I'll be honest, no one wants to buy this girl's OnlyFans. If you buy this girl's OnlyFans, you're a fucking weirdo, and if you're one of those people, fuck off out of my channel. I don't want you here. I don't want people like that watching this video. I definitely don't mean to insult someone's appearance, but I think it's warranted here because she's such a creepy freak. To be honest, I think a lot of the reason that there's such a creepy vibe to these TikToks is just how creepy she looks? Say creepy again, fuck me. I mean, this is just such a menacing shot right here. It's even done from a low angle to make her look huge and powerful. I really don't know what to say about these TikToks other than they're creepy and weird and never should have been made, and I hate them more than I probably will ever hate anything in my whole life. Get your fucking face away from the camera, you freak.
You are mine! You are mine!
Oh my god. This is just so weird. Which CNA do you choose? None of them. Also, why is there a TikTok logo on a TikTok? She has another account, Sarah's Medical Journey. Alright, let's look at that one. Alright, I found it. I don't know why. She just reposts the same videos, I guess. It's weird. Is that how desperate she is for engagement farming? That she just thinks, if it didn't go viral on one account, it might go viral on the other one. So not only is she a weird, creepy freak, but she's also a pathetic attention whore. I feel like I'm being particularly mean in this video. I'm sure you've noticed, but my vibe isn't as normal as it is. I'm very, very tired right now, but I leave the country tomorrow, so I needed to get a video recorded. I don't know why I chose a topic that makes me so genuinely angry watching it, but I guess that's the rule of commentary. You find something that you hate watching, and then you watch it as much as you can for the entertainment of people. Look, I can play an endless number of these TikToks. Every video on this account is a sexually charged, disgusting, and unprofessional piece of content that, frankly, has no place on the internet. Or anywhere, to be honest with you. So what harm does this actually cause? Because it's easy to sit here and say that it's not professional. I think even Stevie Nicks could see that. I actually used to work in a hospital, so I'm a bit more clued up about the ethics of nursing than the average person, I think. I'm even actually wearing my whole uniform right now. Anyway, professionalism and ethics. Healthcare professionals are required to maintain strict professional boundaries with their patients. This behavior violates these boundaries and breaches the trust that patients place in their caregivers. The core principles of medical ethics include respect for the patient's autonomy, non-maleficence, which is doing no harm, beneficence, which is acting in the patient's best interest, and justice. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that Nurse Sarah's actions completely contradict these principles. Patient trust and safety. Trust is a fundamental component of the patient-healthcare provider relationship. Such behavior can erode trust not only in the individual nurse, but in the healthcare system as a whole. When patients feel uncomfortable or distrustful of their caregivers, they may withhold important information or avoid seeking necessary medical care, which can compromise their health and safety. Psychological and emotional harm. Patients have a right to privacy and dignity, and Nurse Sarah's behavior constitutes a serious violation of patient privacy, which can lead to feelings of shame, embarrassment, and vulnerability. Such actions can also cause significant emotional distress to patients, including feelings of humiliation, anxiety, and loss of control over their own bodies. Legal and institutional consequences. This nurse's actions can lead to legal consequences, including lawsuits for malpractice or sexual harassment. This can also result in severe penalties for the individual and the healthcare institution that she works for. This nurse is also likely to face disciplinary action from their employer and professional licensing boards if it gets caught, which I'm sure they must know by this point. Anyway, these include suspensions or revocations of their nursing licenses, which, if this is real, I certainly hope happens, but we'll get more into the is it real conversation in a bit. Impact on the healthcare profession. Such behavior tarnishes the reputation of the nursing profession and can lead to a loss of respect and trust from the public. Colleagues may also be affected by the fallout, experiencing increased scrutiny and a more challenging work environment as a result of one individual's unprofessional conduct. In summation, Nurse Sarah's behavior on TikTok is deeply inappropriate and harmful. It undermines the trust and safety of patients, violates ethical and professional standards, and can have a far-reaching negative consequence for the individual nurse, their patients, the colleagues, and the healthcare institution as a whole. Addressing such behavior promptly and decisively is crucial to maintaining the integrity of the healthcare profession and ensuring the safety and well-being of patients. Or at least it would be if this was as legitimate as we think, which begs the question that's been boggling me for the past week or so. Just how real is this actually? So one thing that you'll immediately notice that I find to be pretty suspicious is just the amount of Instagram accounts that she has, or just accounts in general. I mean, we found the other TikTok account earlier, so who knows how many there are. But just on Instagram alone, there's Med School Muse, there's Sarah 2002, there's Lovely Little CNA, there's Sarah's Sweet Moments, CNA Bird, Sunny Smile CNA, Big Hearted Sarah, Sweet CNA Bird. I don't know if we already covered that one. It's just genuinely just all blending into one in my mind at the minute. And just to be clear, these are only the ones that I could find. There's probably a lot more. And each and every one of these accounts reposts the exact same videos. So every time she makes a video, she reposts it on like at least 20 different accounts. I don't know if it's to combat maybe her accounts being taken down for presumably extremely valid reasons, or if it's just more content farming strategy to get as big as possible, and it's not working clearly, because I'd imagine that this type of content would get you shadow banned at the very least, but if not, it's just not something that people want to watch because it's grim.
You broke my face! Don't just stand there, help me! I need a doctor!
I don't even know what to say. I'm so tired. What am I doing with my life? I've been up for like 30 hours, and I'm sat here watching a desperate OnlyFans girl do disgusting shit on Instagram. How to trick a monkey.
So,
Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't believe I fell for that shit. This is where I'm at right now in life. So this is what every life choice I've made so far has led up to. And I fell for that for like a solid couple seconds as well. I didn't immediately... Fuck's sake, I'm fucking livid. Genuinely, I'm livid. I know it doesn't show, but I'm livid. POV, you're teasing the patient with the fourth hole until he starts tweaking.
Alright, I'll catch you later, bro.
See you, bro.
So, same time tomorrow?
I don't even know what that means, man. A lot of these are upskirt shots, which I think is just... Oh, I don't want to see that. Like, I guess she's a bit more bold on Instagram because you can't post shit like that on TikTok. I'm obviously going to be blurring it because it is just so uncomfortable to watch. I'm just going to play this video here without any of the audio. Was that a good experience for you? Did you enjoy that? I certainly didn't. Oh, there you go. She's reposted the infamous, the incredible, the magnum opus Morning Wood video that got her so popular to begin with. And even here, people think that there's two separate people. Quick CPR guides. Okay. I mean, should I really have expected any less? What is she doing? This is grim. This isn't hot. This isn't sexy. Even if you looked good, it wouldn't be sexy. This is just fucking weird. So if you don't know, which I'm sure all of you do, when you do chest compressions on somebody who is literally dying, you tend not to squat over them positioned perfectly so that if you took a shit, it would land directly in their mouth. Stop, 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 stop. I don't want to see your pussy. I don't want to see your underwear. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see any part of you. You strange, strange woman. Ah, that's lovely. It's a nice bit of rape humor right there. That is my favorite type of humor. God, what an amazing fantasy for a nurse to have and publicly declare to the world. I mean, if her career in nursing doesn't work out for her, which hopefully it doesn't if it is real, I guess she could be a brilliant comedian because my god, this is some like Bill Burr, Kevin Hart, your favorite comedian, fuck them. Nursing Sarah is here to up the bar higher than you could ever possibly imagine. This is some real knee-slapping shit right here. This is me when I watch average Sarah Nurse video. She's active as well. She's active on all the Instagram accounts that she has. Someone's commented, that ass is perfect. And they've responded, thank you. Monkey emoji. It's not the appropriate emoji to use in this situation. Neither is the fire emoji either, to be fair. Unless you want her to burn alive. Well, how does it look in a thong? Maybe I will try that. Can't wait to see it. And that was from Ian Hodge. 1694. Fucking hell. He's an old boy. He's an old boy. Actually, he's not a boy. Look, he's his fucking motorcycle. So, I guess the only people who are into nursing Sarah are inanimate objects. That's being blurred. That's being blurred. That's disgusting. I don't want to see that again. Once again. Grubs off and still absolutely breathtaking. Who said that? Oh, nah, he has kids. That's deep. I don't want to show that. I have a beautiful 4-year-old daughter and an rambunctious 4-month-old daughter. I'm sure the mother of those children will be ecstatic when they see that you're commenting on nursing Sarah's posts. She's also got a Twitter. She's probably got multiple Twitters from what we've learned from this video. She's probably got about 50, maybe 60, 70 Twitters. Or X, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Okay, now here's the OnlyFans, which I already feel like I've been put on a register just by looking at it. Apparently she was born in 2002, which is only a year before I was born, which is a very scary thought. The fact that she's only 1 year older than me and she's acting like this, it's like, fuck me. Maybe I'm not doing too bad in life after all. But see, this is where it gets concerning because the description here is, hey, I'm Sarah, and before you ask me, Yes, I'm really a certified nursing assistant. If you want to argue that this is a character that she's playing and she's not actually a nurse and she is just, an OnlyFans creator who's using a set to promote her pornography, then that should be made clear in all of her social medias. It should say, by the way, I'm not an actual nurse. You don't need to worry about me putting my patients in danger and sexually harassing them. Like, claiming that you are a real nurse doesn't do any good for anyone. Unless you are actually a real nurse and you're telling the truth, in which case it's even worse because you're actually doing these things. So I tried to do a little bit of research to see if I could find her on any sort of nursing registry or any hospitals in America or UK or any of those Western countries, which is where I assume she'd be from because of the English in the hospital set that she's in, as well as, I guess, just the TikToks being in English. It doesn't really take a genius to figure it out. But anyway, that's not important. All that aside, I found someone on LinkedIn with the name Sarah Bird who vaguely looks like her. It's difficult to tell though because the porn one always has a mask on, whereas the LinkedIn profile does not have a mask on because it's a LinkedIn profile, it's meant to be professional, and the upper part of the face does look a little bit like her, but it's just sort of generic white girl. Like, I'm sure there's a million people that look a bit like her, especially when you don't know what the lower half of her face looks like. I only want to bring this up in case someone actually goes and finds this LinkedIn profile and puts two and two together and goes, these two are the same person. We need to blame the person on this LinkedIn profile. I don't know how much of it I'll show, but I won't show too much. Well, I'll try not to show too much. But I just want to leave this part in the video to say that this is not the same Sarah Bird as the ones that we see in the OnlyFans videos. To be completely honest, I doubt that her name is even Sarah Bird. I just feel like I would have been able to find her on something, especially if she was an actual nurse. So if she is a real nurse, she's probably using a fake name for these accounts so that she doesn't get caught. If you wanted further proof that the Sarah Bird you can find on LinkedIn as a nurse isn't the one that we've been talking about in this video, I found her Instagram, and if you look at her hands, both her hands, well, I mean, she has both her hands. The topic of this video only has one hand. She has dysmelia, which I haven't brought up because it's not relevant, apart from, I guess, just now. Anyway, back to me with a handheld, pretentious microphone. I'll conclude with this. We spent a lot of time in this video covering how harmful this behavior can be, how hilariously uncomfortable and bad the content itself is, and also the legitimacy of this nursing persona. But I feel as though since we've discussed the worst case scenario of a real nurse acting in this manner, we should, to be completely fair and unbiased, cover the implications of what it could mean if nursing Sarah is not a real nurse, but an OnlyFans model using a fake hospital set to promote their pornography, which, may I remind you, is the most charitable explanation here. And unsurprisingly, I believe it remains harmful for several reasons. Misrepresentation and trust issues. Portraying oneself as a healthcare professional when one is not is deceptive and unethical. It misleads the audience into believing the individual holds qualifications and responsibilities that they do not actually possess. Such behavior can erode public trust in genuine healthcare professionals. When people see someone misrepresenting themselves in this way, they may become skeptical of the credibility and professionalism of real nurses. Impact on real healthcare professionals. This kind of portrayal can contribute to negative stereotypes about nurses and other healthcare workers, diminishing the respect and seriousness with which these professions are viewed. Genuine nurses might face increased scrutiny or disrespect from patients and the public due to the actions of individuals like nursing Sarah, who misrepresents the profession for personal gain to a gross degree. Psychological and emotional impact. Patients or viewers who are not aware that the individual is an actress might be confused or misled about the conduct and ethics of real nurses, leading to unnecessary fear or discomfort during actual medical interactions. Additionally, patients who have had real and possibly traumatic experiences in healthcare settings, seeing these experiences trivialized or sexualized can cause significant emotional distress. Personally, I also believe and know from experience that healthcare settings and professionals are typically seen as trustworthy and dedicated to patient care. Exploiting this trust for the promotion of pornography is, in my opinion, just grim and completely inappropriate and disrespectful to the profession and to those who seek care in those environments. The issue here is that no matter what way you spin this, she's a complete nutjob. She's fucking cuckoo, a creep, a weirdo. What the hell is she even doing here? She doesn't belong here. If this individual isn't a real nurse, which I hope to God that she isn't, then that fact should be plastered all over her marketing. It should be the first line of all the descriptions on any of her pages pages. It should be in bold as a disclaimer at the start of every video that she makes as this fucking weird and creepy character. And so help me God, if this individual is a real nurse and is making these videos, then I don't think I even have the words to describe how messed up that would be. Anyway, I hope you like this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Much love, and I have a Patreon.